Today we will tell you about the 5 most brutal rulers in history. Number 1. Ivan IV. Ivan IV, also known as Ivan the Terrible, was the Tsar of Russia. His reign began with the reorganization of the central government and reducing the powers of the hereditary aristocracy, such as princes. This era later became known as the Reign of Terror. During his rule, he captured the Muslim states of Kazan and Astrakhan, where widespread oppression and cruelty were inflicted. Even his own family was not spared from his tyranny. His son Ivan, who was also the crown prince, became a victim of his violence and eventually died at his hands. That son was intelligent, and because of Ivan's brutal act, the throne later passed to his mentally challenged son Fyodor, leading the empire into a severe crisis. Number 2. King Leopold II. In the colonial era, no power could be called merciful, but the atrocities committed by Belgium's King Leopold II were unparalleled. He established the Congo Free State in Africa as his personal property. Afterward, the local population was forced into the production of ivory and rubber and subjected to severe oppression. Families were torn apart, and the birth rate in the area significantly declined. Failed rebellions resulted in the deaths of millions, while many others starved. It is said that from 1880 to 1920, the region's population decreased by 50%. Leopold's philosophy of forced labor was later adopted by France, Germany, and Portugal in their colonies. Number 3. Benito Mussolini. Benito Mussolini of Italy, after deserting the army, founded the Fascist Party and, with the help of his allies, began to dismantle the country's democratic institutions until he became the leader of Italy in 1925. He survived several assassination attempts and once declared, "If I advance, follow me. If I retreat, kill me. If I die, take revenge for me." During the invasion of Ethiopia, Italy committed such atrocities that 7% of the country's population was wiped out. In 1936, he formed an alliance with German leader Adolf Hitler and participated in World War II. But after defeat, he had no place to hide. In April 1945, he was removed from power. Mussolini tried to escape but was caught by opponents, who killed him and hanged his body in a square in Milan. Number 4. Joseph Stalin. The successor of Lenin in the Soviet Union, Stalin forced the people into misery to make the country a superpower. He rapidly industrialized the country, which included forced labor. Heavy taxes were imposed, leading to widespread famine. Entire nations and opponents were deported to distant labor camps, and their number was undoubtedly in the millions. Intellectuals, officials, and military personnel were eliminated. Official Soviet records list 800,000 executions. 1.7 million people died in labor camps, while 390,000 perished in forced migrations, making a documented total of around 3 million deaths. Historians estimate that Stalin's policies resulted in at least 10 million deaths. If famine and deaths in territories freed from Soviet control are also counted, the number may reach 30 million. Even his son Yakov was captured by the Germans during the war. They offered to release him in exchange for Field Marshal Paulus, but Stalin refused, saying he would not exchange a field marshal for an ordinary soldier. Number 5. Adolf Hitler. The infamous ruler of Germany, Adolf Hitler, by the end of 1941, had occupied large parts of Europe and North Africa. Hitler, a racist dictator, not only ordered the extermination of Jews, but also political opponents, who were tortured and killed in concentration camps. It is said that under Nazi rule, 11 million people were killed. In the final days of World War II, when Soviet forces were about to capture Berlin, Hitler and his wife committed suicide.